Hey, what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you to another episode of Here's What I Think with your host, Charles DeBancy, where we cover everything from current events, economics, politics, and how all of it shapes business and it relates to life. Anyway, let's get into today's topic. This is a very serious one. It's something that I've been wanting to get into for some time now. As you guys know, we live in a pretty politically charged environment, especially in the United States. I can't remember a time that it has been this polarizing in terms of the politics in the country. Today, people are pretty much embedded in their beliefs and their views, and people on the right believe that people on the left are crazy, and people on the left feel the exact same thing. It's pretty polarizing, and then you have those in the middle that are trying to understand the various viewpoints. But nevertheless, it's a pretty politically charged environment, and we have some polarizing candidates. If we think of Donald Trump, he's pretty polarizing to some people, as is Kamala Harris as well. So what happened? About a month or two ago, Donald Trump had an assassination attempt on his life on stage, something I had never seen before in my lifetime. And at the time, the bullet seemed to graze past his ear. You could see blood cascading down the side of his face. And it was a pretty surreal moment. But in the aftermath of that, a lot of people were wondering, how could the CIA or the Secret Service, who was protecting him, have such a lapse in terms of security? And there was a lot of scrutiny around the agency. Are they doing a good enough job? People were asking that this current administration fire some people because they weren't, protecting presidential candidate Donald Trump, right? And there were a lot of people out there that were voicing their displeasure with what had took place. So that had happened. And apparently, based on certain reports, the Biden administration had bolstered some of the security the security detail of Donald Trump. And then what happened? A few days ago, he received another attempt, and this time he was in his golf course in Florida. And I'm sitting here saying to myself, like, how is something like this even happening? This is absolutely crazy. And today I want to read from a BBC report that we got with the following headline, which says, "What we know about the apparent Trump shooting attempt." It continues on. Donald Trump was rushed to safety on Sunday after what the FBI team termed an apparent assassination attempt at his golf course in West Palm Beach, Florida. Ryan Wesley Ruth, a 58-year-old, was arrested and charged with firearms offenses. The incident comes almost exactly 2 months after a shooting at a Trump rally in Butler, Pennsylvania, which left the Republican nominee with minor injuries and killed a man in the crowd. Here's what we know so far about Sunday. How was the suspect spotted? The incident unfolded at the Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, about 15 minutes from Trump's Florida residence, Mar-a-Lago. A gunman was first seen by Secret Service agents who were sweeping the course. Agents usually go one hole ahead to perform security checks, according to the police. The muzzle of a rifle, an SKS semi-automatic, was spotted sticking through the shrubbery that lines the course. At the time, Trump was about 300 to 500 yards away from the spot. An agent immediately engaged with the person holding the rifle, who fled, Sheriff Bradshaw said. The suspect did not fire his weapon during the incident. On the 16th of September, Acting Secret Service Director Ron Woe said Trump was across the course and out of sight of the sixth green when the Secret Service agent opened fire. At no point is the suspect believed to have a clear line of sight of the former president. How was the suspect caught? Agents fired 4 to 5 rounds of ammunition upon seeing the gun muzzle. The suspect dropped the rifle and fled in a vehicle, abandoning the weapon along with 2 bags of scope for his rifle and a GoPro camera, Sheriff Bradshaw said. A witness saw the gunman flee from the shrubbery to a black Nissan SUV. The sheriff said the witness captured a photo of the vehicle and provided it to law enforcement. The suspect was arrested by police driving northbound on the I-95 highway after crossing into Martin County, roughly 61 kilometers from Trump's golf course. The car was later determined to have license plates belonging to a 2012 Ford that has previously been reported and stolen. Here are my thoughts. There are a few of them. First of all, we have a problem in terms of the security detail that Donald Trump has right now. Now, to be fair, they were able to actually protect them this time. They had a they basically sent out a preemptive strike where they were able to discourage this person from trying to do whatever he aimed to do to President Donald Trump. So from that standpoint, they did their job well. The other part that we need to discuss, it may be polarizing, but I'm going to touch on it anyway because I have to give you guys my honest opinion on it. We have to now begin to understand what are some of the checks that are in place in terms of the screening that people go through in order for them to be able to have these type of weapons and artillery, right? The background checks that they go through. Now, I've never had a firearm in my life. Have I seen firearms? Yes. Have I been around firearms? No. Depending on where I move to in the United States, I probably will get one, not for the fun of it, just to have in my home for my personal security, not as something for me to go around wielding and showing people and all of that. No, but it's something that I'll probably get. But I do believe that there should be stringent background checks on individuals and their ability to obtain these type of artillery, especially, sniper rifles. That's insane. What is a regular citizen walking around with a sniper rifle for? That's number one. Number two, you can clearly see that this person has had issues in the past in terms of various incidents that have occurred. Overall, look, I also think that this is a byproduct of the current political environment that we find ourselves in. Is very, very charged. And that's one of the reasons we made a conscious effort to not be yet another channel that goes out there and insults the opposition. We don't encourage that. Why? Because there's enough of that already. And clearly, it's not working. Clearly, it's damaging. So for me, I'm like, look, everyone should be able to express their views. If you disagree with them cordially. You don't need to insult people, get into name calling. We can have substantive conversations without getting into the backbiting and all of that. Because once you start insulting people and then people start getting riled up, at least in situations like this, unfortunately. I'm happy that they were able to protect them, that nothing occurred, but we really need to tone down the temperature in the room. This is just my honest take. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about this story? How do you think it was handled? What are your thoughts on my analysis? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show.